The Simpsons season has just begun and we already have so much to talk about. Clix's new squad where he's playing with the Yomzo again. Are they going to have vibe issues or are they going to be looking good? We also have Peterbot confirming he's not going to be playing this season at all. Apparently he's taking the entire month off. We have Mr. Savage confirming his new duo and potentially his new squad. We have leaks of insane new guns coming out like Mo's 4-in-1 gun. I want to talk about the competitive meta. We had our first pro scrims of duos and squads. I want to teach you guys what you need to know to make sure you're dominating with the upcoming tournaments. There's a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it. Now, I was hoping for this part of the video to go through all the new squads, who's playing together, who's not, but a lot of players aren't really announcing their squads right now. Again, there is only 3 cash cups of squads this season, so it's like pros are jumping like FNCS to announce their squads and they're creating snakings and all this craziness, but there are a few squads that have come out. Some are interesting. We have Clix, Higgs, Yomzo, and Josh, which if you know how Clix, Higgs, and Yomzo split, it might catch you off guard. It caught me a little bit off guard. Clix literally said he hasn't spoken to Yomzo since game 12 of Globals. Like, they definitely didn't end on good terms. There was a bit of beef there. There was a bit of bad blood between, like, you know, whose fault it was, and the community's kind of attacking each streamer, and it got a little bit messy, but it looks like they've you know, buried the hatchet, water under the bridge. They're playing together, and honestly, they're looking really good. They're one of the only teams that actually has announced they're a real team and played the squad scrims that took place today, and they did really well. They actually won game 2, and I'm surprised how much I enjoyed watching this end game. I'm not usually a huge fan of squads, and if it was coming back for like FNCS, I wouldn't be too happy, but for Cash Cups, it's exactly what I wanted. It's a bit of goofy fun, and it's a nice change of pace. This is how they dominated their end game. They're looking really good. It's a good position. Good position.
Do you guys have dashes? You need drop means.
There's the advantage of Clix and PY as well. They're the only team that's going to get slurps.
I'm boating.
Because of the puzzle at Steam Stacks or the power station.
A 500 wood.
Oh, Yomzo's leading a bit now as well. Yomzo's claiming ahead.
Yep. I'm tanking.
On our roofs everywhere. Watch out. Watch out.
Yep. I'm tanking. All
right, now Higgs is going to take Storm to be able to build. Okay, Higgs is definitely topping right now. Jeez. Higgs is the topper. They're creating so much space on low ground. They're playing this really well. If they play this in the Victory Cup, they will win a game. Claiming space like this on low ground is so valuable in squads. Another refresh. Hopefully he's healthy. Very healthy. Nice. Got about 300 mats from that. Players you run into a squad should on average have more material. Nice. Team tries to push down the low. Takes him out. Gets double refresh. Nice. Playing good. This might be a win.
I'm really good. I'm 10 builds. Here. I'm breaking them.
So still got 200 in the chug. Oh, so with the refresh as well. Oh my god, we're playing well.
I'm editing down.
Nice.
Dead.
Got 4 burgers. Josh drops one down. Clix gets a drop down as well. Oh my god, they're playing insane. Low ground warriors, bro. Watching Prime centered. Edgy commandment, dude. So going up.
I'm going up.
They don't have heal up.
120 on
150 down worth actually. Higgs going up as well. Higgs with the dash.
Higgs, come back down.
Nice.
Nah.
I only have 100 builds.
I'm gonna die outside your wall, Clix. I'm marked my bar.
Higgs with the movement. He's with the burger. Good bait. Oh my god. Great play by Higgs. Shotgun out. Oh my god, let's go, Higgs. Something to play to heal up, baby. Let's go.
How much does the fish drop for?
First squad win. That was clean. That was fun. I enjoyed that actually. The low ground squad win. That was very, very fun. Like I said while watching it, we might have our low ground squad. I think a lot of teams are going to want to play the low ground. This is in duos, squads, solos, all the game modes, because especially when you look at the Krusty pistol, I'll talk a little bit about the meta throughout this video, but if you guys haven't seen the exotic Krusty pistol, you shoot the first bullet and it gives like a balloon effect. The problem with that balloon effect is it goes through walls. So if you're on high ground, you're just chilling, vibing, you know, peeking over, taking shots. If someone on low ground or mid ground or anyone below you shoots your floor and cone, it goes through both, you'll randomly start flying into the sky with a balloon, which, you know, doesn't sound that crazy, but it really messes you up. You lose first shot accuracy. It makes you a target to get beamed by opponents. You can hit an entire squad with it, or what you can do alternatively is if you're on high ground and you have it, you can then use it to just grief everyone down below you. In one of the duo scrims today, we had Liam's team who was using it to pretty much just shoot through the roofs of every team below them. So anytime a team looked up or tried to take height, they would just get griefed. So if you don't have the pistol, being on high ground is going to be really risky because someone else who does can definitely take it off you. But there's no guaranteed way to get it. As you've probably seen with this season, there's no guaranteed way to get any of the mythics or super overpowered items. Homer Simpson, Marge Simpson, again, Krusty, they spawn randomly around the map and you just have to find them and take them down. And honestly, I kind of love this change. It means no one team gets the mythic every single game and has a huge advantage. You still have to play aggressively for it because if they're around your POI, other people in other areas might come and try and fight you for it, but anyone can get the loot and you have to make the best of it. So I think that is a really good change, especially in this season, being a bit goofier, being a little bit more fun. It's really good in solos, duos, and squads. I think whoever gets that crusty pistol has a huge chance of winning. I'm excited to see if anyone uses any crazy strats with it as far as mobility, because you can put the balloon on yourself. And on the topic of mobility, it's one of the main complaints about competitive right now is there's no guaranteed mobility outside of the dash fish. But it's worth pointing out, in case you guys didn't know, that is the meta, the dash fish, and you can get it with a 1 in 4 chance out of non-fishing holes. So if you've been trying to fish the fishing holes and wondering why you're not really getting the best loot, you get floppers and shield fish, you actually have to fish in the non-fishing holes, which means the POIs that have guaranteed fishing rods are now the best POIs on the map. You probably wondered why Clix's squad claimed this little random area on the map. It's like some kind of like wharf area on the south. This is actually arguably potentially the best POI in the game right now. It has guaranteed steam hams, which is the guaranteed burgers that you can eat for health and shield. It has guaranteed fishing rods, and you have plenty of time to fish and max metal. So a lot of us were looking at, whether we're going to have the town square be the best POI, or maybe it was going to be the power plant because of the crazy puzzle to get lots of loot. But as far as duos goes and solos, this is the best drop. Now, when it comes to squads, Clix's team isn't actually landing here. They are landing at the power plant. I'm guessing squads, there's just not enough loot there. But it's super interesting how right now the meta isn't actually the mid-map insane POIs in the center of the map. It's actually the edge map POIs that get guaranteed fishing. So carrying a fishing rod throughout the game is going to become meta again. I can guarantee it in pretty much every game mode, definitely in squads. Again, if you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting these dash fish and they last for 15 seconds with infinite dashes, you're gonna want to be carrying a full stack of them in every single game mode. And that's what people are now doing. Squads, because you have 6,000 material and because you have to carry 4 of them to be able to do 1 rotation, we might not see teams carrying them as much. They still would carry them if they could, but in solos and duos, if you aren't somewhere where you can fish regularly to be able to get these, you are going to be struggling. You're probably wondering why I'm not talking about any other crazy squads or duos that have been announced, and it's because there really aren't many. Savage and Yapko has been a pretty exciting one. Savage seems to have finally found his duo. He's also looking for a squad with Yapko as well. So Savage has definitely landed on his feet after a pretty long break because Yapko is a phenomenal teammate. Again, you may have already seen the news. We have Peterbot announcing on Twitter he will literally not be downloading this season. He will not be playing it at all. Now, I think that's a little bit dramatic. I expect Pete to not be grinding a lot. He's already missed the first day of scrims, but so did a lot of pros. So in the first day of pro scrims on NA, there was no Pete, no Poyo, no Ritual, no Cold, no Ages, no Acorn, no Bolts. So many tier 1 players did not play. So it's not like this is just like a one-off thing and it's just Pete, he's not grinding, he's gonna fall off. There's a lot of pros who are taking this chance to chill. Now, it is the start of what is a mini season. So as the tournaments start to kick off, we have the Eval Cup in a couple of days. I think a lot of them will start to get in the swing of things. I think they'll definitely get on and play the tournaments. But as far as like, Pete announcing his God Squad, are we gonna get Pete, Poyo, Cold, Acorn, Ritual's gonna be in there, Ages maybe? I don't really know if we're going to get any of that. I think it's going to be more just whatever the vibes are on the day. I think a lot of these tier 1 guys who are friends will just get on, see who needs a squad, play for some fun, and see how it goes. Because realistically, squads, for example, the most any player is going to make in squads, and this is going to have to take a lot of good games, is $600. Because there's 3 weeks, there's 3 games in the finals. You're not really going to win all 3. So let's say you win 2 games of 3 in the finals 3 weeks in a row, which would be an insane performance. You make $600. So it's understandable why a lot of the pros aren't taking it serious, but I'm enjoying watching squads and I like the change of pace. I'll be talking about squads, I'll still be focusing on it, but again, it's not too serious right now. Something that is a bit serious though is what is going on with the $700,000 duo tournament in Abu Dhabi. You probably have maybe not even heard about this tournament. A whole bunch of pros are being invited. I myself actually got invited to play and I just declined because I don't really feel like traveling right now and I really do just want to watch the tournament. But it turns out the tournament might not be worth watching because a lot of pros have said they're not playing. We actually had Factory say this on stream addressing why him and Peterbot won't be playing.
We got invited and Pete was going to be my teammate. Me and Pete were playing. And then we opt out of it because they were trying to charge us to go. They were taking our prize pool, a percentage of our prize pool to go. How does that make sense? What the f is that even real?
It's a super weird situation, but more information has since come out. Basically, the tournament organizers reached out to a third-party company in Brazil to handle the invites. This company has then said they will invite people, but only if they give them 20% of the prize money they would make after being invited, which I'm guessing the tournament organizers didn't want because Usually the way this works is if you reach out to a third-party company to handle stuff like this, you normally pay them to do that. They manage that whole situation, and that's how they get their money. It looks like this company might be trying to like skim a little bit extra on top potentially, or maybe they weren't actually getting paid by the original company, but I don't know why they would take the contract. It's a really weird situation. If you're inviting people to come out and play in a tournament, if you're not going to pay them directly to come there and promote it and do all that stuff, the main payment is the prize pool, right? Apparently it's supposed to be a $700,000 prize pool. That's pretty insane. But to then try to take a percentage of the earnings, and that's the only thing they gained by coming, it just feels really, really odd, and I think it's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. That's why apparently Pete's not going now. Faxi, like he said, apparently Poyo won't be attending. A bunch of big pros are no longer going because it feels a little bit fishy. I was looking forward to this tournament. I thought it could be really exciting, kind of like a Pro-Am 2.0, especially if they're inviting a lot of content creators to play with pros, but I'm not really sure what their plan's going to be now. Potentially, we could see the tournament organizers cut off that company and get someone else to handle the invites, and everything will be fine, but right now, it's not looking too great for what could have been an insane tournament. Something else that I probably should be taking seriously, but I just can't because it's just too goofy. We have leaks of what Mo's gun is going to look like. Now, this is being added to the game on November 11th. And yes, you are seeing that correct. It is a shotgun, 3 pistols, and an Uzi, all as one gun. And you're probably thinking, how is that going to work? I was confused when I first thought this as well. Is it going to kind of be like, you know, the pump and dump where you shoot one gun and shoot the other with different buttons? No, it looks like all of them shoot at the same time. That's what the leaks are looking like. So I'm guessing this is going to be mythic or exotic, but I'm a little bit concerned for how balanced it's going to be. I'm assuming if it is super insane and that's how it works, it's not going to be in competitive. Honestly, it might be. We have also the makeup shotgun being leaked too. If you've seen The Simpsons, this is when, you know, Homer tries to become an inventor and he invents a makeup shotgun. It looks like it's actually going to have an impact where it's going to put makeup across your screen. It's going to paint your screen so you actually can't see until you have to clean it away, which is kind of an interesting, cool concept. It's kind of like a flashbang, I guess, which we've never really had in Fortnite outside of ballistic mode. So I'm not really sure how this is going to play out. Both of these weapons are coming in the future, and I feel like this does sum up this season really well. I am absolutely loving the season from a casual standpoint. It's super goofy. There's so many Easter eggs for someone who grew up on The Simpsons. I'm absolutely loving it. The pacing is fun. I love the way the map looks. Competitively, it's not the greatest, as we knew it wouldn't be. There's not really enough POIs to go around. A lot of people are contesting each other. The smaller lobby size and then the faster zones and faster game is kind of cool. Games now finish in 21 minutes instead of 28, which is really, really fast pacing. Again, in a Victory Cup format, potentially we might be watching the first ever Victory Cups that don't go to heal off. Some of the games in scrims did, but they're set lobby games. I feel like in Victory Cup finals, which aren't set lobbies, so many teams are going to contest each other, and it's so hard to find good meds around the map. I don't know if these games are actually going to go to heal off. Watch me be wrong and ends up going to 10-way heal offs, because that's just what Fortnite players do in Victory Cups. But right now, competitively, the meta is interesting. There's 2 major things I do want changed, because I don't think this actually affects how fun the season is. The build breaking animation is ridiculous. I talked about this in my react video if you watched it. Again, this clip from Mr. Savage shows it off perfectly. What am I looking at? I can't see anything. You've probably experienced this when you're playing the game as well. And again, I don't think removing this or changing it takes away from the fun of the Simpsons season. I don't think casuals absolutely love this build break animation, and that's why the game is so fun right now. The second one is the zone. I think this might just be a factor of the cell shading animation. It's making zone insanely bright. In endgame, if you're trying to find someone, you're trying to like feather the edge of zone and play your way in, you are blind. You cannot see anything. We've had this as a problem in the past in competitive Fortnite. This isn't a new thing, but it's just come back with this new update. I'd love to see those 2 things change, because again, I feel like they're not going to make the Simpsons season not the Simpsons season. I know a lot of you guys are asking for, we need more mobility, we need this, take out the goofy weapons, take out the mythic, take out the bosses, add more POIs. We're not going to get any of that. It's a 1 month for fun season, and I think right now they've absolutely killed it. The player base is booming. Everyone's having a great time, but I think those 2 changes would benefit everyone and wouldn't detract from the Simpsons season. I've just also checked Twitter after finishing filming this video, and I've seen a leak that apparently we're gonna have giant donuts raining from the sky throughout the season as Homer uses the shard remote more and more. So as I was saying, goofy fun season. I think from a competitive standpoint, we just have to accept it is what it is, roll with the punches, have some fun. I'm gonna be trying to make the best content I can, and just, hey, chapter 7 season 1 is like less than a month away. If you hate it that much, we'll see what happens.